Hey guys, it's Chuck at Middleton Motorsports. Wanted to go over the new track layout at Road America, the repave. As you see, we're heading down the pit lane right now, so I want to at least touch base on that. You got some new, all new lighting and speakers out on the right side, but most noticeably, you can see all the painting and stuff on all the pit stuff. So it's a lot cleaner, looks real crisp, super smooth. I think for me, the most exciting part is right here where we're heading out on the track. Before, everybody that's been on the track knows that was a really bumpy section, so now we're heading out, it's smooth, so it's awesome. Coming through turn one, this is our first time out with a new track. It was about 34 degrees, so definitely having to be a little careful. But as you come down here, you normally have, coming into turn three here, you'd have some pavement changes. So anything that you reference for this track with pavement is gone, obviously, because we have all new pavement. So rounding the corners, you'll see all those references. One thing is I noticed going down to Sargento Bridge, you almost get, like if you're on the left side of the track, it almost feels like it wants to pull you right a little bit. But over on the right side, you're 100% good. One of the biggest improvements is right here coming into turn 5, where you come down. A lot of times it would be like a hump and you feel unsettled, but completely gone with a new track, which is awesome. So that is a big improvement. You can see some of the rumble strips that they had to redo, but coming up into turn 6, look at it. This is where we normally get the big unsettle the car, completely gone. That's absolutely fixed, so that's a huge improvement. I found that the new rumble strips in the areas that they put them out were actually a lot smoother. I did change my suspension a little bit, so I mean I can't 100% verify that, but I felt really comfortable when I got out on some of these new spots here. This is pretty standard here, nothing crazy. Carousel, this is a huge improvement, I believe, coming through here. Before, you'd almost feel like the inside was kind of banked, but right now, and then the left side was kind of almost like not banked, but now it has a nice gradual all the way across. So when you're passing on the outside, which I had to do it later in the day, you don't feel like you're kind of getting pushed off track. Coming into the kink here, obviously everybody knows this corner. Everything seems super smooth. Rumble strips, everything else there is in the same position. This is real smooth all the way down to Canada corner. So right here is where you'd normally start to get really bumpy, getting on the brakes, completely smooth as you'd expect with a new track. This is where part of the track where I felt was a huge improvement. Like we got the rumble strips out here, you can see that extra bit of space out there, as this wasn't a push lap or anything, so that I didn't get out there. But later, as I got over these curbs more and more, this whole area felt more open to me and felt very comfortable through there. Coming turn 5, I still use my reference, which is still there, which is that kind of gray curb coming around turn 14, obviously setting up this whole front stretch. Now we're going into a faster lap here, so coming up the bridge, coming up to start-finish line here. Get about 153 miles an hour right there in my car in the 500. I still we still have the braking point here right at the, try to get it out there by that access road, but again, this is 34 degrees with slick tires on, so playing it a little safe here, getting the tires to temp because it took a while. But you can see that obviously we can't use the new, there's a bunch of areas where they planted grass and they have hay, so tried not to use any of that stuff for future reference because that'll eventually be all grass. But again, here I stay right. I mean, the only reason you get out left, I mean, that I would say is if you're passing, but just understand, a couple people thought there was something going on with their cars with pulling to the right a little bit, but we feel it might be something with the track. But again, super smooth through here down to turn 5. Getting on the rumble strips and stuff was very smooth. Those went unchanged, but this is a huge job right here. Turn 6, you usually completely throw the car off and unsettle it. I use those curbs there, now the new ones there coming out of 6, and it's pretty smooth. Again, here I'm still not pushing out and hitting my apexes on a normal lap because we're still getting to temp. But as you see, once I get past this Cobra, we'll pick up the pace significantly. So see, he's getting a little squirrely. The guys out there on the track were saying that they thought it was really slippery the day before. I kind of found is like if you're using a harder compound tire in the sub 40 degree weather, they had the biggest time. I put my A7s on, which are pretty sticky. So that allowed me to get a lot of grip that I think others weren't getting. So now we have an opportunity to get on it here. Didn't want to push it too hard, but yeah, now it's starting to, I'm starting to be able to pick up the pace here because my tires are coming into the window. I mean, not anywhere near window where I'm going to take the kink at my normal speeds, but it's definitely feeling like I can get on the brakes. One thing that was really cool is the way that the track is now. When you're hitting the brakes, like you can actually get feedback. You can hear the tires working. And again, it's probably getting rubbered in, but I really like the fact that you can start to hear your tires on these corners. You can start to hear them kind of squealing and stuff, and you might pick that up here and there. But you can see it getting out on that access road, which when you push it through that corner is really nice, and it's all redone, so it doesn't kind of unsettle it when you get out there. But yeah, again, we're coming up that main stretch here. This is an actual good lap here. I believe I did like a 224 on this lap, 225 at my first full lap here. But again, I didn't push it through the carousel or the kink as hard as I normally would into turn 5. So again, here we can get up on that curb there. This is getting more of my normal layout where I'm taking the apexes and stuff right here. So turning in, getting on these inside curbs like I like to do at Road America. Hugging this right side again, making sure we're heading down into turn 5. I was getting about 163 coming into turn 5. I like to kind of work a little left and then get right into the turn in point right here, and I try to turn in early so I can get on that apex, which helps open the corner. I have really good luck with that. This right here, it's just, for me, it's a feel thing with the bridge, brakes, and then turn in, I missed the apex there a little bit, but yeah, this is definitely, the whole track just felt like there's going to be a lot more grip. I matched my personal best with having a passenger in the car, did a 221 with about 200-pound passenger, and that was my personal best last year. I missed that turn, but there's definitely, I think the grip that we're going to have is going to be at a whole different level with this new track as it gets rubbered in and get more temperature into it. But I had no issues with grip and stuff around most of the corners. Again, if you've driven Road America, the kink is not something you're going to go out and full send it until you're 100% with good tires. I was just over 100 going through the kink here. So normally, like on a good day, I'll apex at like 108, but you know, it's just not worth this early in the season pushing it that hard. But this, I felt like you get on the brakes way later and it just hooked up because you weren't bouncing going into the Canada corner. And I really liked being able to work out here and get into the rumble strips. And again, this just feels so much more open here with the way the curbs are. Again, it's probably visual because those curbs are now black instead of the gray and stuff. But yeah, all the same reference points for turn 14 and coming around another lap. But everybody, I hope this gives you some insight into the new track. It was really nice. I think we're going to have a lot better times. My guess is probably a couple seconds from what we were doing before. But yeah, this is something that's new. We were the first group event out there at Road America, and was really happy with it, especially with the temperature. So looking to get back out there, do some other stuff. Let us know if you think that we missed anything or saw anything that we didn't mention on this, or if you've driven the track and there's anything else that you'd like to add, please put those in the comments below. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed if you're not. It really helps us with our channel. We're going to do a lot more track stuff. We have some new cars coming in and we're pretty excited about, so we'll just keep putting this good content out, and we'll see you next time.